Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to My Zone Online School. I am Teacher Hartum. Now, our theme for this week is animals. Now, everyone, before we start with our lesson for today, we have to sanitize. Remember, boys and girls, make sure that you put a generous amount of sanitizer on your hands to make sure you get rid of all those germs. Now let's look at what we are going to do today. Our lesson will be doing some collage, reading, and sequencing. For this part of our lesson, boys and girls, we are going to make a collage. Let's turn our booklets to page 17. Now here, boys and girls, you will see we have a picture. This is a picture of a little cat or kitten. Now, we have to use any resources available to make our collage. Now remember, boys and girls, it says any resources, so you can make it fun for yourself and use anything that you think is nice so that you can make your collage nice and colorful, and also that it looks good and feels good. Now, the resources that I have found are, I am going to use a little bit of rice. I also have a few pieces of rope or wool that you can cut out. And then I took a little tea bag. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to tear this little tea bag open, and then I am going to use the tea leaves inside. Now, boys and girls, remember, if you make use of these household items, remember to ask for permission first. Right. Now, once you have decided which items you are going to use, make sure that you also have some glue. So, remember, you can decide what you want to put where on your picture. So I want to start with the ears. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the ears. Some glue, some more. Remember, you can use a generous amount of glue. And then I'm going to make use of my tea leaves first. So remember, with your fingertips, take some of the tea leaves and then you put it carefully over the part where you put your glue. Once you have done that, you can use your finger to make sure that the tea leaves goes everywhere that you put your glue. When you are done, you can throw off all the extra tea leaves that you have. Now, boys and girls, this is my picture so far. Can you see my cat ear made with tea leaves? Doesn't that look interesting? Right. Now, everyone, you can go ahead and use any of your other resources to make the rest of your collage. I'm going to continue with my rice and with my pieces of rope or wool to finish my collage. But before we finish, let's quickly turn our booklets to page 18. On page 18, there you will see some pictures of animals. Now it says we have to read the picture cards of all these different animals. Now, boys and girls, I know you are all so smart and will immediately be able to tell these pictures or tell these animals apart by just looking at the pictures. Right, now I am going to tell you what I see in the very first picture. There I see a picture of a cat. Now you will see below the picture is the name of the animal. So there you will have the word cat. C-A-T, cat. Okay, now you have to go ahead and read all the names of all the animals out loud. Now, before you go on and do that, let's quickly turn our booklets to page 19. Now, on page 19, we have another fun activity. Now, there on page 19, boys and girls, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures. Can you see these 4 pictures? Now, we have to look at these pictures and try and find out what happens in each picture. And then you have to go ahead and arrange the pictures in the correct sequence. Now, everyone, you can cut out these pictures and then you can paste them in the correct sequence again. Now, let's quickly have a look at what is happening in each picture. Let's start with the first picture. In the first picture, you will see a man, a woman, a dog, some chairs. What else do you see in this picture? There's a little basket, yes, and that basket could be the little pet basket for the dog. Let's quickly see what happens in the next picture. In the second picture, you will see the woman walking away with her dog, and you will see there are other people as well, each with his or her own pets. Let's look at the third picture. Now here you will see a room with some fancy machines. There is another lady that looks like a doctor. Now, a doctor that doctors or looks after or takes care of sick animals is called a vet. So we can say there we have a picture of a vet and the dog in what looks like an exam room or an examination room. And this examination room is where the vet will look at what is wrong with an animal. So here the vet looks at what is wrong with this little doggy. Let's look at the fourth picture. Now here you see a picture of the dog. On top you see a picture of the basket where the dog might have been in. And then you see another lady standing there in what looks like a nurse uniform. Okay, now everyone, we have seen the animal and we have seen a few people in these pictures. So I think that this dog might be sick and needs to be taken to the vet. That's right, this animal, or in this case the dog, is sick and this dog needs to be taken to the vet. So now we need to find out what is the sequence that we have to put these pictures in. So I think the first picture is where they are arriving at the vet. So that will be the first picture. We said in the second picture, it looks like they are leaving. In the third picture, the dog is in the examination room with the vet, being looked at or examined to see what is wrong. And in the last picture, you see the dog taken by what looks like a nurse. So, when will the nurse take the dog? I think the nurse will take the dog into the examination room. So now, boys and girls, I want you to look or have a good look at these pictures one more time and decide which order or which sequence they must go in. We said that the first picture will be first because that looks like the dog and the owner arriving at the vet. So you can now go ahead and decide which picture comes after they arrive at the vet. Right, boys and girls, I will now leave you to cut out your pictures and try and put them in the right sequence. Now remember everyone, if you are not sure, you can always ask a grown-up to help you. And also remember, when you cut out your pictures, make sure that you use your scissors very carefully so that you don't hurt yourself. Right, everyone, I will now leave you to go back and do all these fun activities on your own. I will see you shortly after the break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
We have come to the end of our lesson for today, boys and girls. Thank you so much for joining us. It was so much fun. Now everyone, before we go, we have to remember to sanitize. Remember everyone, when you sanitize your hands, make sure that you rub it in carefully, also between your fingers, and wait for your hands to dry before you touch anything. Now everyone, before we go, my friend Zoshi promised me that we could go play in the park. Can you all see Zoshi? Now, Zoshi came by and we will now both say goodbye to you all. It was so much fun having you with us today. So have a good day. Goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.